Hey everyone, and welcome back to Community Build. We have 7 creations this week. Technically there were 9 submitted, but one of you uploaded 3, so there's only 7. Either way, just moving my earbuds cable. First of all, this week we have my submission, so I guess 8. This week's challenge was transport trucks, so anything that was used to transport cargo, or is meant to, and then you could change it however you want. So what I did is I took the cab over from my mobile base, just ignore that at the moment, there we go, that's for a future video. I took the cab over from mobile base and turned it into a race truck, because why not? So basically, at the very back of the seats, I cut everything off of the top. I cut off the first rear wheels, and then shortened the frame a little bit, as you can see, just so I didn't have to rebuild anything. Fifth wheel's still there, got some water for the brakes, got a gas tank. I went really simple and lazy with the engine. I just wanted to be like, hey, the engine goes here, so there you go. And then it is straight axle, front and back with sway bars. And yeah, nothing too fancy, just enough to have fun and get the point across. I was also trying to avoid lag, so this can actually be used for racing. But with that being said, the interior, same as the other one. This one's also only rear-wheel drive, but because of the sway bars, as you can see, it actually handles pretty good. You run over stuff. I wish I had a track I could actually test it on. I do technically over there, but it's off-road. And even with it being top-heavy, it doesn't really roll, as you can tell there. Normally, most things I make would have rolled there, but this thing's just going. It doesn't really understeer, it doesn't really oversteer, it just turns. And yeah. For the most part, I'm happy with how it turned. With how it turned out. But we are not here to see what I make. I can make videos on anything whenever. Like that white thing over there. We are here to see what you guys make. So let's move on to first submission for this week. Which is Semi Truck and Trailer by Dusty Red 762. No description. I think I saw this a little bit at one point, just like the main truck, but not the rest. So let's get the trailer over here. Everything's actually drivable and have more space. This looks like, or maybe not. I was gonna say it looked like it has skid steer, but it's not. It doesn't have suspension though, which is interesting. It looks really cool. Using this in mines, in survival, would look really, really cool. Load this up with some resource containers, hook it up to that, and it would look perfect. Literally perfect. It looks like a mining truck to me. Like a futuristic, like rover kind of thing. Give it a chassis pivot in the middle so that it can flex as big truck chassis does. A little bit of suspension, even if it's actually, hold on. Yeah. So all I'm thinking is putting a bearing here. Nah. Get on the thing. All I'm thinking is putting a bearing right there so that these can twist independently, and then I have a design that allows it to not twist too far and adjust how much and blah blah blah. But either way, if you're interested, wait, not important right now. But along with the rear suspension the way it is, this, like I said, would be, I think, absolutely perfect. Jump back in. Alright, so there's the steering, got our lights, and then signals. Awesome. And it looks like it does have springs on the front tucked in there. I just didn't see them at first. It's electric. It looks like it's only rear-wheel drive, but that's perfectly fine. The short wheelbase and being electric's gonna kinda act the steering radius. And the way your fifth wheel is set up kinda affects your steering radius, as you can tell. However, let's go just over here. Just kind of watch how it goes over the bumps. Or how it gets stuck. Okay, so, trailer really quick. Excuse me. Is just a simple flatbed, like a lowboy, basically. Actually, I technically would call this more of a drop deck than a lowboy. Lowboys usually detach. However, it would work very well as a lowboy. Either way, good trailer setup is perfect for a simple trailer. It'd be perfect for survival. But let's continue with this. Just kind of watch how the suspension moves. So it looks like it has a straight axle in the front. Little sip of my iced tea really quick. Okay, so you can definitely tell with the extra friction in the pipe on the trailer, it definitely limits the steering, but not a whole lot. And yeah. If you were to make it all-wheel drive, it would definitely turn better. I think it would. And other than that, aside from the turning radius, I really like this thing. This thing's so cool. I think it would be perfect for a resource truck. Whether you're hauling logs or resources, whatever. But seeing this down in a mine would be so cool. But either way, I need to move on to next creation. I think that's it for this one, so yep. Springs with a straight axle in the front. Okay, cool. That is awesome. In chapter 2, once I get the world setup that I plan on doing, because I plan on doing a normal playthrough, and then on the side of it, I'm going to do a dev one again, and like test stuff. So on the test world, I'm thinking of putting a parking lot and stuff where I can set creations that I liked. Either way, next is a real drive yard dog truck. These things, I love watching these things. This technically, by technicality, doesn't really fit the challenge in a way, because this is used, as it says, to move trailers around the lot outside warehouses because of their short wheelbase and they're really maneuverable. They don't actually transport the goods. However, again, by technicality, they technically are transporting the goods, so it works. Either way, I didn't mean to just spawn it twice. Either way, these are cool. I like watching them. Instead of backing into the trailer and then lowering the trailer, coupling it, blah blah blah, they just back in. The fifth wheel lifts up, which this one might not. Ooh, this one does lift up. Okay, so the ones I've seen, the fifth wheel itself lifts up, but this one it looks like the suspension lifts up, which technically would be a little easier to do, but nice big engine, inline 6. These things are probably just as powerful as transport trucks, but in a tiny little form, so you can easily tow stuff around. And this one is real drive, so I'm actually going to move it down here. And then jump in it. It looks really good. Every detail it needs, you can see everything. Like, this is what I'm going for on the level of detail with my trucks. I just never managed to do it. Like, this engine, sorry, in the Cozy would look incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I like how you did the drive shaft reversed. What I mean by that is it mounts on the bottom instead of the top. But either way, the special thing about these is driving them. So let's try and get in. There we go. Close the door. As usual, with real drive, instead of using a seat, as you can tell, it is buttons. So you're actually, you know, real driving. Looks like a mirror over there, mirror over there. On should be that one. Straightened out. That's probably reverse. Yes, that'll be lights. If I could see them. It's too bright out. Alright, let's go. This shouldn't be too fast. It should be mainly torque, which it seems like it is. And it has a very tight steering radius. To be honest, this is probably a mix between speed and the short wheelbase and probably just how you've tuned it. But this, I'd say, is the easiest real drive vehicle I've driven yet. I enjoy all of them, but this one, I'm sure you'll know what I mean by, is a lot more enjoyable for just driving's sake. I'm actually able to just set it to where I want it to go and let it do its thing. Usually when I drive the real drive vehicles, it's a bit of a panic attack because by the time you hit the button, turn, you're going that way now instead of over there. So this one, however, oh, go, 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 go. Awesome. This one, however, drives very nicely. Looks like, yep, everything is disabled when it's off. That's awesome. This works so well. And it looks like it has piston under the cab for something, but I'm not sure what. It probably holds the upper part of the cab. Let's see. Put it on the lift and I don't know. Maybe it's just in there to look like something. Either way, this looks really, really cool, and it works amazingly. So if anyone has like a shipping yard or something that you've got trailers and stuff, I highly recommend giving this a try. It's really good. But I have to move on to the next one. And it's really narrow, so it'll fit basically anywhere. Next, we have an old semi-truck with a reefer trailer, or refrigerator trailer. Even with playing American Truck Sim, I could never figure out what reefer was. And then I realized one day, oh, it's because of the refrigerator. I always thought it had to do with marijuana. Either way, there's no description, so let's just jump into it. This is big. Okay. Again, I'm going to move it down here. I should have loaded into the Scrap City server for these, because they would have been perfect to check out there. But this looks really cool. This looks like an old logging truck, kinda. Oh, excuse me. I'm gassy this morning. Either way, that probably the I'm not sure what gas it is, but it's the refrigerator. And we have same style suspension that I do, just done more accurately. Hood flaps and everything. No actual lights. But that's okay. Not on the trailer, at least. The trailer, yeah, okay. So the trailer hooks up realistically, so yes, there are no lights. Oh my god. All of this space for a duck. That's adorable. Got the inside of the refrigerator. I like how you actually made like a grill and stuff in here for it. This is huge. I thought my stuff was big, but I want to compare this to the mobile base because I think the mobile base is shorter. I thought that was super long. And then we've got the truck, but it's just old semi, so I can't tell if it's based off of anything. However, one of the first things I noticed is the glitch welding on the wheels. Those actually look really good. That's my favorite style wheel for transport trucks, actually. The big red one that just has the, like, what, 8 or so bolts around the outside, so you can easily swap the outside. Massive diffs in the back. You even included the drum brakes. Wow. Yeah, this is how it should be. At least from my understanding. Straight axle in the front, same kind of thing. The hood open. It doesn't look like anything opens, which is good for lag. So, it looks like it has a big old turbo V8. Which is perfect, because I love turbos. Fan up there. At the end, if I remember, I'll cut open the hood and check it out. Cables, sleeper, exhaust, everything. I want to look under it really quick. Excuse me. Because there's a ton of detail. Nearby there is. I'm gonna kind of do a scan over the bottom while I grab a Tums. Just because my tummy's bothering me, so one moment, but there we go. Just a quick look over of the bottom. Okay. Going on the Tums. There is so much detail in this. The engine looks massive. Looks really good. Looks, you got your air tanks and everything. Fuel tank, exhaust to the Y pipe. I'm guessing this is a gear reduction. This is awesome. Okay, let's get it hooked up. See how it drives. I can't help but think this would look so good as a logging truck. Stop, do not enter. What if I want to? What if I'm tired and need a nap? By the way, now that I feel much better, let's get this thing attached. And there's another duck on the hood. And it's one of the rotating ones. Aside from terrain, if I was on a proper parking lot, this would go a lot better. Lights, horn. Okay, so that is for that. Guessing I need to open it? Yeah. That's a good way of doing it though. Using the bit of spring glitch to... I need to move this forwards a bit. Using, not spring glitch, the lack of collision on pistons for the fifth wheel. Actually a really good idea. This truck's actually really making me want to play American Truck Sim. Yep. There we go. And it goes. Disable. enable, I guess, technically, and there we go. This is awesome. Typical issue with doing drive shafts this way, but I'm not gonna bicker about that because it's just scrap mechanics. That's how you do it. They just tend to spin. Okay. Let's get this one going. Come on, jump, jump. I'm sorry for all the clacking of my keyboard. This has a really nice wait a second. That just sounded really cool. Either way, nice interior. I like how you did the horns. Adorable. Alright. This sounds like it's a mix between a motor and an engine. Probably for speed and torque. It'd be nice if we could adjust speed and torque separately. Interesting. It does not want to pull the trailer up this hill. Mainly a grip issue because really there's no reason for it to not be going right now aside from dragging the trailer leg. Come on. I took out the trees in this area just for this reason. I don't want to get out and put it on the lift because then I have to reattach it. Come on, there we go. So aside from typical scrap mechanic issues, as you can see, it's really good. Back around. The rear wheels seem to move kinda weird, but... and we're stuck. I'll go over the lower part. If I can. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, the rear wheels seem to bend in a weird way, but aside from that, this is awesome. When it's on the ground, it doesn't like flexing much. It spins the wheels a lot, but when it's actually able to have grip, it's really good. I'd like to see this with a load in it. This would be cool. And for the scrap city, I think it's perfect. Oops, stuck again. Okay, I gotta move on to the next one anyways. Ooh. Oh, that's all trailer. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything on it. Run back over here, and then I'm gonna check out the engine really quick, because I almost forgot. So pop up here. Ooh, it's I-beams or something, yep. Ooh, and there we go. There's the massive turbo. Gate. Massive intake and turbo and everything. This is awesome. But, as I said, I gotta move on to the next one. So... next one is Medium Duty Pickup Truck No Mods by Geefcake. A medium duty flatbed truck for hauling materials or anything you want. Not based off of Ford Ranger on my property. That's funny. So I'm assuming you have a Ranger that's like this. I love Ford Rangers. Ford Rangers are good. They're awesome. So we have a makeshift leaf spring, which looks really good actually. We'll see how it performs. To be honest, by the looks of it, this is going to perform better than my leaf setup. This is really good. Exhaust right wherever it went. I think that's the exhaust. Radio in it, really loud. Looks like it has, what, a V... Ooh, you even put beam on the front. beam suspension in the front, leaf on the back. And it looks like it has a V6 in it. Opens the door. This looks really good. And then a hatch in the roof to get out. I remember doing that. I used to put a hatch on the roof that was attached to the door. So whenever you open the door, the hatch would open, just because the typical scrap mechanical crap. Okay, yeah, your leaf spring works way, way better than mine. It's a tad bit laggy, but that's scrap mechanic for you. But yeah, just look at that move. It actually looks like shackles and a leaf spring. That is so cool. Don't roll. And it handles really well, even with almost rolling there. And there. It's a little top heavy, but it handles really well. It's easy to catch when it goes to roll. It goes wherever I want it. Slow down a little bit going here. I'm just staring at the rear leaves the whole time. That looks so good. It actually, like I said, looks like they're bending how they should. Doesn't seem to be any much if any, sorry, spring glitch. But yeah. Aside from that, I don't know where or what else check out. Just trying to help myself find something. I think it's in the bedroom. Okay, either way, this is awesome. It looks good, and I can't get over the leaves actually looking like, oops, like they work. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm not sure, like I said, what else to check out. Interesting way of getting the arms around each other. Looks kind of funny. But it works. If it works, it works. And everything's in line where it should be. This is so cool. I want to see this in survival so bad. You should make this, if you haven't already, in survival. Looks like there isn't any glitch welding or anything. So this should be... It's just plastic, so this would be really easy to do in survival. I would use extruded aluminum or extruded metal for the chassis just so it's cheaper if you did. But yeah, that's awesome. I guess it's technically, because of the back, a transport truck. You use it for transporting specific things. But either way, let's move on to Community Builds Truck Thingy by Suki. Looks like a Peterbilt. Either way, just the power of the engine if needed to pull heavier loads. You can also get inside the sleeper by going through the passenger door. It's quite hard to get in, but you can. Door, headlights, interior lights, and trailer. Okay, again, I have to load this over here. That. And get rid of that one. Oh, it's... Here we go. Okay. So let's start out with the truck. I'm not sure the number or like the actual name, but it looks like a Peterbilt. It's really little. All these little builds lately they're hilarious. You've got your cable attachments, looks like your exhaust. The big tubey part on the bottom for the exhaust, or it's the gas tank. Side steps. Straight axles with little diffs. There's something I know about this truck that I'm going to mention in a moment. Because I have checked this out before, just quickly the other night. But here's a good look at the outside. It looks exactly like the truck that I can't remember the name of. That's why I'm so quiet right now. I can't think of the name and it's really bothering me. But let's get inside. We'll go from the driver's side when I actually drive it. Hair in my mouth. Having long hair sucks sometimes. Either way, there's the dashboard as I slowly slide into the back. You said it's hard to get in the back, but every time I try to get in the front, I just get sucked into the back of it. But simple, but effective interior. It has the shape it should, which is good enough for me. Roof with some lights in it, home lights. Radio, plant, little table, bed, a duck, of course. Backlights. The switch go. I lost the switch. There it is. Alright, so yeah, there's the interior. Awesome interior. And it actually looks like the real thing. But the important bit is trailers. I like hauling flatbeds. I don't know why. So I prefer flatbeds. And then I also prefer doubles and triples. I don't know why. Partially because in American Truck Sim, if you have a double or triple, it doesn't make you back up. And I suck at reversing trailers. But I'm going to check out this trailer first because I'm going to tow that one. So, again, nice reefer, a refrigerator on top, 2 legs, safety rails on the side, same suspension I would use, and it even lifts the same I would do. Yep. Bumper and lights, open up the back. And there we go. There's actually an AC unit in the refrigerator, that's funny. Just a simple trailer to get the point across. And you could use it too. You could put resource containers in here, you could put your food from the food station, call it. You know what I mean. Use it for anything really. You could even put the caged one. I can't remember any words right now. Caged one in it. But if you look closely, you'll notice that this is a double center. This is a single center. So they used, I think this is the exit sign, to make the 5th wheel a single center and be able to keep the truck a double, which is one of the cool things I find about this truck, because I've always had issues with tow hitches. I build uneven like this because of towing trailers. My OCD putting a trailer hitch there, for one, it messes the physics up. It's going to pull you to the right, and it should be centered. So unless you're going to use bearings or something, or some weird stuff, it's just hard to do it like that. So this is how they did it, and it works really well. So let's back up to the trailer. As you can see on top there by the kingpin, trailer has a couple sensors in it. I'll show that in a second. That'll be the door. Lights. Okay, so this one is the hitch. Can't really see it, but go. The hitch closing. And then I gotta get out. And then do the legs. And this is another detail that I really liked about it. So when I hit the legs, it actually cranks them up. When I was taking the quick look the other night and I saw that, I was just like stunned for some reason. I don't even do that. My legs fold up. I don't use pistons because in survival, they can't handle the weight of cargo. But it's really good. I like how you did it, and this one's the same way. So having the little thing that goes around before the legs move is a nice little detail. Now that we can, It sounds like it's might be a mix of electric and gas, but nope, it's gas. Yeah, this thing handles really well. One thing I noticed last night, or not last night, but the other night, is a little slow, which is fine. Just adjust it for the torque. Even in real life, you'd adjust with the throttle. You just don't have an adjustable throttle in it. But, oops, you're not running into trailers or trees. This works amazing. I was surprised at how well the fifth wheel actually works on this. It has minimal lag, the typical lag you'd expect with the collisions that are going on. I can't wait till they fix that, but either way. This just enough room that the trailer doesn't hit. Back over there, I'll check out the engine and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. There's not much to say about it. It looks good, it works good. It's just, I think it's perfect for what it does. Straight axle in the front. Slide into the back of it. Okay. Let's take a look underneath. So, have two engines, it looks like. Exhaust, back. Okay, so that is probably a fuel tank and then the exhaust up there, or something. Straight axle in the front. It would be. Can I open the hood? I don't think so, so I'm just going to take out these really quick so we can get to the top. We've got a basic looking engine. Good enough. I like this. In a proper city, like a couple of the other ones today's video, this would look really well and it would fit in perfectly. I'd love to see pretty much every creation today actually being used in city. Our next creation isn't a transport truck. It is an extended cab pre-runner by Maya 0504. No description, but it is really good looking pre-runner. Has 4-link in the rear with trailing arms, bump stops, or yeah, that looks like it's bump stops. I was gonna say sway bar, but it's not set up like a sway bar. Tube chassis. Oh, that's cool. You have beams with the radial arms. I haven't been able to get radial arms or radius arms, whatever they are, to work for a long time. I had one design that worked, but not really. And the springs. Body. This looks really good. I'm not sure if it's based off of anything. It kind of looks like kind of looks like a Tacoma, in my opinion. Here we go. This looks awesome. I'm gonna get rid of this trailer. I forgot. Lag. There we go. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm more interested in how it handles. It looks like you went more for handling. Looking over it, seeing if there's anything I missed. You all get a good look at it. Looks like it has bump stops on the front and back. Interior, no interior, but that's okay. At least it should be fun to drive. Let's see. Lots of suspension travel. Like, a lot. So far, it seems to handle really well. It doesn't want to roll. It has a lot of body roll, but oh, just as I'm saying it, it rolls. It didn't seem like it wanted to roll too easy. Should be good. Let's jump up and try again. I was gonna go down there to try and go over the whoops. It seems like there might be a tad bit of spring. A good look at the radius arms while it's upside down. That actually works really well. Okay. Drive around down here and see how well it handles. Suspension, the suspension's soaking up all of the bumps as it should be. In my opinion, all it really needs is sway bars. Just to help the body roll, and then it would be perfect. This would be a lot of fun for racing too. It seems like when the front dives down, it has a bit of a spring glitch, which could be caused by the radius arms pulling, the beams in weird ways. However, this is really good. Turn around so I can go over the bumps that I want to go over, and then I'll head back over to the platform and move on to the last build for this week. It's a little hard to drive, keep going straight, with how much the body rolls, but it's not bad. Definitely looks good. The rear links are so long. Up over here. There we go. Now that I'm getting used to driving it, used to the body roll and whatnot, it's really good. I just have to make sure I don't turn too fast, too sharp. And I forgot about the tubes. Uh-oh. There we go. Perfect parking. But yeah. That is... Oh, Fort Falls. There we go. An awesome pre-runner. It looks good, it handles good. I just slowly add some more details. It could use working lights, an interior, spare tires, just stuff like that. Radius arms move. I'm honestly really impressed with the front suspension. People usually don't do radius arms. I think we had either a truck earlier in the episode or recently, excuse me, that had beam in the front. But I rarely see radius arms. That I really like to see. That's worth the lag. It's the radius arms alone. But I need to move on to the last truck for today. This is TUS Race Semi Truck by DirtPaw13, and it apparently doesn't have a description either. So, let's check this out. This follows the kind of idea I was going with mine. A track racer. We've got a massive splitter on the front, a huge wing on the back, probably big just straight pipes out the top. Let's lift it and see. Massive differentials on the back. Another drop box. Straight axle on the front. Big old engine. There's not too much I can see from down here. So let's see it. Hood. Can't. So after I drive it, I will check out under the hood. I have a feeling this is going to be really fast, and I have a feeling it's not going to like the bumps. But I have no choice right now. I should rebuild, or not rebuild, but remake the world with all my racetracks on it. It's just, it needs mods, and I'm lazy. Yeah, this is fast. It's really low, so I'm not expecting it to do too well where I am. But on a proper road or like race course, this would probably be really fast. Out here, it just wants to slide around and be weird. Like there. So this is going to be a little hard to actually test, but I'm going to try and go back the way I came. Then I think I'm going to leave this video off there once I check out under the hood. Because this is just too hard to drive here. I need to get the other world set up again. I'll go this way. I'm oversteering on purpose because it slides every time I do. Even with 8 wheels on the back, it slides. Oh, I forgot that was there. Either way. Get myself out of the truck. And put it back up here. To open up the hood. Oh, there we go. And a nice big V8. Not too much detail, but enough to tell. See it through the front. Some pulleys and stuff, the exhaust. Looks good. I wish I could test this on an actual track, but for now, good enough. It's awesome looking. It just looks mean. Seeing this come up behind you on the racetrack would be so scary. And it's probably loud. In real life, this would be so loud. But either way, as usual, if you have a creation, whatever you want, feel free to upload it and post it. This week's challenge, though, however, is things that normally wouldn't have wheels on them. So anything that you wouldn't normally have wheels on. So let's see if I have anything that doesn't have wheels. Don't really build much without wheels. Yeah, you get the idea. Anything that normally doesn't have wheels, so something that would just kind of sit around, look good, do something. Here, like this. My twin stick transmitter. Take that, put some wheels on it, make it drivable. That kind of thing. Or bunk beds, drivable bunk beds. So, challenge, things that normally don't have wheels. But, as usual, you can upload whatever you want. One upload per perk, yeah. One upload per week per person. And, yeah, you can upload anything as long as it is appropriate. Once you have your creation saved on the lift, click share. On the workshop, make sure it is set so at least people with the link can see it. No mods at the moment aside from the 2 that are in the description, because those are the only ones that will work for me right now. And yeah, once you have it uploaded and the link, share it in the Discord group in the bottom, in the description. There will be a vanilla community builds section under scrap mechanic. Stick it in there, and then on the weekend, get to it. I'll do the same as today. But either way, as usual, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.